All right, it's a breezy spring morning here in South Louisiana. It's early, as you can tell. It is dark. I got the light here. Got Joel with me. Check this out.
I'm freezing.
It is a little cool, but it's supposed to warm up a good bit today. We've got a significant cloud cover. Water temps have risen over the last week because air temperatures have been nice and warm. Last night, I think the low was like 62, 63. So we just checked our temperature gauge at 66. You know what that means. We're gonna go try and find some topwater speckled trout today. Don't know if we'll have success or not. Haven't caught any yet this year, but it's right about that time. And I definitely like these conditions. Just wish it wouldn't be so windy. But hey, you gotta take what nature gives you and make the most of it. So that's the plan for today. All right, this is our first real topwater attempt of the year. What's the date, Joel? It's the 12th? I think it's March 12th. Definitely very late. Very late. We had such a cool February. Joel's throwing his world famous green bone chrome Mirror Sheepdog. I'm throwing a matrix mullet. With all this wind, Joel's probably made the better choice. A matrix mullet is a more subtle bait. It's better in calmer conditions. That green bone chrome, that Sheepdog, just obnoxiously loud. Bait looks ridiculous, but it's just a fish catcher. And it's still so early, literally, we can't see our baits. You can hear Joel's. Oh, mullet, Joel. So look at mullet, mullet, mullet. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. If you're new to the channel, we target these topwater trout every year in the spring. And the 3 ingredients you absolutely need, at least in my experience: clean water,
Which we have.
Submerged aquatic vegetation, which I hope we have, and bait, preferably mullet. Glass minnows are fine, but I prefer mullet. And man, there's a bunch right here on this point. Look at them. We're gonna get some fish. We're gonna catch some fish today.
Bait galore.
Bait galore. Indeed. We're all up in it. What's the water temp?
66.
66 degrees. What, the gnats? They ain't gonna be around long. I had some amber romance up there, it probably blew out.
No, it's in the bucket.
No, that's a good spot for it. You'd love to have it today, wouldn't you? Gnats and topwater trout go hand in hand. Ooh! Oh, he missed it? Oh, Joel. That was a good hit. That was a good fish. All right, that's positive development. God, these gnats, man, they're terrible. Whew. Oh, I wish we had that amber romance. Gnats love those mild nights. That's when they go bananas. So do topwater trout, though. Oh! Oh, man, I felt him, Joel. I didn't even hear him. I felt him. I was looking away. It was sizable, whatever it was. It was not small.
My hands are getting hot.
There he is. Did you see what that fish did? Get the net, Joel.
That's a good roll.
He hooked himself.
It's a gar. It's a gar. It's a gar. You gotta be.
Man, come on. You gotta be kidding. Ah. Man, I'm surprised. I thought we'd catch some on top today. The stars seemed aligned for it. 3 blowups. 1 from a gar. Sun, sun, sun. Last cast. Nothing here, we're running. Keep on doing what you're doing, you keep on getting what you're getting. So Joel and I have given up on the topwater attempt. It just wasn't happening. And besides, up close to the marsh like that, the gnats were just absolutely horrific. Worst I've ever been in. We do have some Victoria's Secret Amber Romance spray, but somebody who shall remain nameless took it out the boat and put it in a bucket at home, where it'll do us a lot of good.
You think you see wall?
Yes. So I've been told.
There he is.
Fish on? There we go, Joel. That's
Nice.
a keeper too.
Nice.
I'll shorten up my leader. Get him, Joel. Get him, Joel.
Oh, you got the right species.
Oh, I think he is. I think he's a nice trout. Yeah, I'll net him.
Oh, man.
It's a big trout, dude. It's a big trout. He is fighting weird. Could be foul hooked.
This is not a trout.
Could be a red. Redfish.
Red.
All right, there you go.
Right.
Not bad, red. Good job, Joel. Let somebody catch some fish. All I can catch is gar. All right, our dream of catching them today on Topwater is slowly fading. It's only 7:30. It's still early, but it just doesn't seem to be happening. But we've come into another cove. Joel's throwing a cork. I'm gonna give the Topwater another chance. Just can't give up. Let me show you this water. Look how pretty this is. Water clarity is not the issue, nor is bait. We've found plenty of mullet. Have not found a lot of grass, unfortunately. That may be the limiting factor. Now the water's way up today. We do have a falling tide right now, but the water's sky high. We've had a week of southeast winds. Got the water very elevated. Oh, we got a fish on? Ho, 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 ho. It ain't a big one, but it's a start. World class. Joel's throwing a double rig under his cork. Double rig X-shad, huh?
Yeah, X-shad and a magneto.
X-shad and magneto, gotcha. Why are these fish not hitting Topwater?
There's no grass around.
There is no grass around, that is true. Oh, goodness. That's why they're not hitting Topwater. Woo!
Woo,
We're in the nursery grounds.
Oh no, I'm not playing here.
What, you got a good one?
I got a keeper.
Do you?
No doubt it's a keeper. It might not be a trout, I don't know. No, it's a trout. It's a keeper trout. Huh?
Yeah, you go, Joel.
Woo!
I'm gonna have to put on what you got on. There we go.
Bam, baby.
I'm not getting the hits you're getting, that's for sure. Good thing I brought you, Joel. You're definitely redeeming yourself after your horrendous trip last week. All right, Joel and I are facing a dilemma. The bite's been kind of slow in here, and the fish we're catching are really small. Joel's put a few keepers in the box. It's just kind of not enough to keep us here. My buddy Justin Bowles, who you've seen in previous videos, is fishing the Lake Pontchartrain trestle, not far from here at all, and he's catching some fish. He's got 7 in the boat, and he said he's missed another 3 or 4. Now the problem is Justin fishes out of a 24-foot skeeter. I'm in an 18-foot aluminum G3. He says it's not rough in the lake, but his definition of not rough and my definition of not rough are probably 2 different things. So we're really not sure what we're gonna do. Maybe poke out into the lake and see how rough it is. If we can't make it, we'll turn around and come back in here. Joel kind of wants to grind on these trout and keep looking for some bigger fish. I wouldn't mind scooting in the marsh, but also wouldn't mind catching some nice speckled trout. So you'll see in just a minute. You'll know when we do. All right, obviously we opted to go the trestle route. We made a long run. It was rough, and it's rough out here. This is just at the edge of what my boat can handle. The problem is you bounce around like a popping cork out here. Makes it tough to stand up. Good chance one of us will end up in the water. Joel's getting rigged up, but I'm gonna let him run the boat. Hopefully he can redeem himself after struggling mightily the last time we were here, after losing his rod. Oh, that's why you net, Joel. Now the great thing about fishing this train trestle is you can catch some really, really nice fish. Sometimes you catch limits, but generally you're not out here to catch limits. You're out here to catch some bigger trout. Catch them up to about 4 pounds. Here you go. Put it on so you don't drop it.
I got a fish. Fish.
Do you? Come on.
Fish on him.
All right.
Dude, look at
He was out, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Were you just dragging a bait?
Dragging the bait, just trolling it.
All right, the water temp is 64.9. It's a good bit warmer than when we were here the other day. It's upper 50s then. So these fish should be really, really active. Really hard falling tide, just like the other day. Water is probably a little more stained, wouldn't you say, Joel?
Yeah, I think it's a little...
Definitely a little more stained than the other day. I don't know if you can see my motor. You can barely see the prop. And the other day you could see the prop really well. Well, Joel, I'm glad you caught one, but it was kind of fluky. It just seems wrong. You know what I mean? So he said you want to throw in front of the boat, like point the boat south, throw in front, and like by the time you catch up to it and you start making that turn with the bait, that's when they're hitting it. And he said, you know, he's missing a lot. So they're tagging it, but he's I guess he's not getting a good hook set. They're probably hitting it and spitting it. Like, to me, what I would do, Joel, I would throw this far off the bridge, like straight ahead there, because that's what he's saying. Like, by the time you start making that turn, that's where he's getting hit. Like, I think he's getting hit where the boat is right now. I'd throw right there. I'd probably cut you off, but that's also making him. Oh, there he is. Yep, that's the cast. That's the cast, Joel. All right. Tagged it. Come on, baby, doink me. I won't miss you like Joel. Oh, there he is. He was out, Joel. He tagged it. He tagged it. Good trout. Good trout. Oh. He was going crazy. There he is. There he is.
There we go.
Ooh, Joel, that's not a trout. Don't know what it is, but he's not a trout.
Big trout. 25
If he's a trout, he's foul hooked.
25-inch trout. That's my guess.
Foul hook trout.
Fire a little bit up.
It's a good fish. Man, that's a big fish, Joel.
Yeah, I think you should.
Oh, he just all over the boat. God. Let's see how big he is.
18.
He's 18.
All of it life jacket.
Yep, sure did. Come on, Joel, let's catch some. Let's put a box together, brah.
I'm surprised the boat is doing this well.
Yeah. Well, it's doing that well because you're running it. I wouldn't be able to be up there. I would have turned around and gone home. Got him? Fish on? Fish on? Is he nettable? Yeah, but this is you we're talking about. Bring that fish this way.
Okay.
Good job, Joel.
All right, take it.
This ain't for everybody. Fish on?
Fish on, baby.
Look at Joel whacking them all of a sudden. Can't keep a good angler down, Joel.
What this is.
It's a nice trout.
Oh, he's barely
I'm not netting him.
barely hooked.
You're on your own.
Good little 15-inch fish on the lemon head matrix shad. I got a 1/2 ounce jig head. Also like
Finally, Joel. Finally. Ooh, what is that? Good night. That's either a foul hook trout or something else.
Ooh, what is that?
I don't know what this is. It feels very weird.
Like a red maybe?
Oh, it's a drum. It's a nice drum. It's a good eater. Here, net him. Oh, he's barely hooked. Net him. There we go. All right. Ooh, see that? That's why you net him. Good drum. About an 18-incher. Generally, you don't catch drum on soft plastics. They don't hit them nearly as much as redfish do, obviously. But in this deep water, at the trestles, a lot of times you can catch them. Ooh, oh, Joel, I got tagged. Ooh, fish?
Dude, that's a big one.
That's a big one?
Yeah.
Let me get in him and net him. Ooh, you rip and drag, bro. What you got? What you got? You might have another drum.
Have a drum. Not a trout.
It's not a trout?
No, he's staying too far down. It's a drum.
Joel's calling a drum.
How much you want to bet me?
I don't want to bet you. I think it's probably a drum too. Take a little school of drum moving through. It's all right with me.
Not a trout, no doubt.
Might be foul hooked, huh? No? Oh, it's a catfish.
No,
it's a blue cat. It's a blue cat. Add to the variety of the box.
Red. Is it not a red?
It's a blue cat. See how he's rolling?
Oh yeah, you're right. That's a blue cat. Dang.
Well, Joey's a good eater. All right. Nice one too.
Yeah, not bad.
The eyes are a nice God-given handle. Well, we're getting quite the variety of fish. All good eaters. You know, those little drum are excellent. You get one between 16 and 20 inches. Boy, they're just really, really good to eat. And of course, those blue cats are delectable. Very, very good. You know, when you're out here targeting trout, obviously you want to catch trout. But the bycatch this time of year is not bad. You're not disappointed to catch any of it. But Joel, you've definitely redeemed yourself today. Oh, there he is. That's a trout. Come on, be a trout. Oh, he's acting kind of different. Oh, we'll never know. He came off. He came off. I know I'm crazy, but man, I so much enjoy having to work a little bit for fish. As long as you're getting a few bites, like, you know, I can definitely get bored. I don't like going an hour without a bite or anything, but it's just more fun than, like, if you're getting a bite every cast. I'm not saying that's not fun, but like, you appreciate every bite more.
Yeah, especially when it can be a big trout.
Yeah. Joel, I'm catching one on the first cast. I don't care about the bad luck. But we don't... Told you.
No way.
I told you I was getting one on the first cast.
No way.
He didn't believe me. He didn't believe me. What are you? What are you? I just want to see you.
Big trout.
Just to know. Watch the motor. Turn it off.
What the hell is that?
Foul hook trout. All right. All right. Beautiful Lake Pontchartrain speckled trout. So what are your thoughts on foul hook fish? Like, I think it's a fish that comes and checks out the bait, last minute decides against it and turns off, and you kind of feel that vibration of the fish close, you set the hook into him. Or it could be a fish that hits and spits and you set on that spit and the hook just gets a hold of him. I don't know. Either way, I'm glad to have this one. About a 16-inch fatty. I started throwing that green hornet, but then I switched over to this limbo slice. It seems to be producing pretty well. Joel's sticking with the lemonhead, and he's definitely putting some fish in the boat. It seems like in this slightly dirtier water, it's not bad, believe me, but in this slightly dirtier water, they want something a little more visible. Got him?
Got him.
Sorry?
No, he's not big.
Is he net worthy?
No.
Let me net him.
Foul hooked.
Oh, is he foul hooked? Oh, he's hooked in the mouth.
That's not the mouth. There he is. Fish on.
Fish on, fish on. Get him, Joel. Oh, good trout.
Oh,
Head shaker.
What is that?
Head shaker. Nice.
God, that's pretty.
No net necessary.
Because he's not 4 pounds.
It's like he was tucked up tight, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, fish on.
There he is.
Fish on.
See if I can actually land this one. I've lost a few fish today. He's not that big. It is a trout, though.
Yeah.
He's a keeper.
Right.
Nicer than I thought he was.
All right.
That's a good fish.
Wow.
Come on, dude. All right. It's a good fish.
Sweet.
I just love it. I just love it.
It's awesome.
Limbo slice in the corner of the mouth.
We wanted to put him on ice.
Oh, look, he's shitting all over the boat, too.
Wait,
Look at that. Look. Dude, he's got diarrhea. That's awful.
it's green.
You want to open that?
Don't miss.
Good thing I brought the scrub brush. I suppose we need. Look at the side of the boat. Disgusting.
That is diarrhea.
Green diarrhea. He's eating a bunch of salad. There he. Oh.
Oh, there you know how I feel.
He was hooked up for a second.
Oh my.
Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one. Oh, there he is. Spot lock, spot lock. There's some fish here. Remember the piling I just caught mine at, okay? It's a good fish. There's a school of fish here. Throw back out there. I'll just hoist him. I don't care if I lose him. He's pretty big. That's a good trout, dude. Also shitting all over the boat. That's a good trout.
That one I just had, dude. That was big.
Dude, look at that. That's a nice trout. I missed one, you missed one, and then I caught one. All in the same little area. But now you can't get a bite, huh? There he is. Same area, Joel. I think he's foul hooked, or he's a drum. Foul hook trout.
Yeah.
Foul hook trout. Bunch of foul hook fish today, huh? All right, today was a day of redemption for Joel. After his miserable experience last week, he put a bunch of fish in the boat today, and we definitely rallied from a slow start.
Like that was perfect.
Ooh, what you got? That's not a trout. I don't know what that is. I have to get the net. Hold on, I'll be right back.
He's gonna take me into the pole.
Is it a bull red?
The head shakes are violent.
The head shakes are violent.
You see him? Oh, it's a
Big red fish.
red.
Big red. At least you've seen him, so if you lose him, it's not that big a deal. Oh, it's getting rough, Joel. It's gonna be ugly. It's white cabin. This is it. After this fish, we're leaving. Yeah, that's a bull. That's a brute. Dude, he's done. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, he's big. He's a 30-incher. Big bull. right, perfect way to end the day with a gorilla redfish. We caught quite a variety today, which means we're gonna have a feast this week, and we had so much fun getting there. All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. Until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson. That's assuming, of course, we make it back, because it's getting really, really, really rough.